Joe. I'ma murder you. And to show you how much I value the moment, I'll throw the change in my pocket on your dead body to give you my sense on the matter. But since you do matter so much, according to you, let me break you down on a molecular level. You ain't no DNA, let alone Pat Stay. You just a half-aged white dude with no life trying to stay relevant. But we all see through your crap games. You a dead man walking. I'm about to tag the walls with your brains and call that my Mona Lisa sing spray. Paint your guts on the floor with my chopper and keep shooting till the coil snaps. And that's the last time you see a spring break. Speaking of art, let me paint a better portrait of why dudes out to get you. You say you rap to rep the scene, but you been out the picture. I got a gun named Moses. I'ma shoot this bum with it and park the Red Sea on this fucking club fitted. Get it? Carlini. See, if Joe got shots, he got him tucked in like he gun sitting, cause so far I treat his Barz like a fat babysitter. I don't fuck with it. You post a vid of me on Live Battle saying I'm garbage, it was my first time, I don't see how you could bash that, but you say I bite your bars and you write my rhymes, but it's you copying me when you try to rap fast. It's not hard to sell the concept of you being a fag. I think most niggas would grasp that. In your last battle with your orange bag on, you had it right. Your bars belong in a trash bag. This the grudge match they gon' talk about. How Joe got bodied by his last friend. I'll admit his bars is gas. If you mean was coming out his ass end. I'll make him cry like the game. Swear this battle he got jacked, man. Joe been on his Ghost Recon, so I'ma eat him like I'm Pac-Man. Pull the shotty and blow your top back. Ask you where your face at. Truth is, you cover your face from me cause you ain't never wanna face facts that when they compare us as MCs, you have always had to face last. I do you dirty like an NFL foul. I got these niggas screaming, face mask! You're an average Joe. I'm sprouting from the bean and killing giants. Joe, you ain't Jack. He fire off with his mouth, but when it comes to guns, he ain't shoot none. This French is cheap. I'm rich. Grey Poupon. Fuck you, Joe.
I got punches in every line. I got more wordplay than Microsoft Online. More schemes than Constantine in his prime. More jokes than all of Gold Mike combined. I got multis like the 20s had bow ties. I got multis like Broadway has showtimes. I metaphors like George Lucas designed. Every star to go to war with my mind. I'm divine. I go strut for Moses. I rocket bars from the sky. Those 10 commandments are mine. I wrote bars for UNDEFICIT because he has attention deficit disorder. When it comes to your wife, Tina, I collect a bitch with electric shit. I guess I'm a hoarder. Sanchez shoots like Shaq at the free throw line. He lost the heat. Now he's a homeless bum. That's why his talk is cheap. Go find a home, a cardboard box at least. Stop asking me to borrow money. Go suck a cock, you thief. Because I'm a pocket-checking Buddhist. You just lost your piece. You're Ving Rhames in Pulp Fiction. I'm Bruce Willis running you over when you cross the street. What do Emilio and John Holmes have in common? No, not a huge Johnson. What they have in common is they both did gay porn to finance their drug problem. Emilio does so much coke he could name his nose Border Wars. I collect so many more whores than you, I hoarder more whores in a hoarder stores. But I've never seen a shorter whore than your wife. She's the height of your success. That's pretty short, right? I haven't met more fours since I went to Waffle House on Sunday morning. I metaphoursing like your bitch 9 months pregnant but still aborting. I met a 4 a.m. like an after-party warning. Now your family mourning you like their breakfast is boring. Haley is your sister, Tina is your wife. You got 3 kids in a shelter. The Salvation Army is your life. I'm Weapon X with a collection of texts like a pregnancy test. This 9 changed your life in 90 seconds or less. Your bitch got torn up. I'm Wolverine on a date. My blade's like Joe Cutter's teeth. Full moon military machine. I'll slice the M out of Emilio like a guillotine. I'm Darth Vader. I seize your scene. But my hand solo that goes to war with stars when I squeeze a piece. Joe Cutter Dianetics. I squeeze genes out of genetics. Glucose out of diabetics. You'll die a relic. Your bitch will die with my hot dog when I squeeze my relish. You think you're a superstar now, so you're going to style on me? I roll with so many stars on TV, I could beat E.T. I'll put E's right on E. He uses H with an IV like Easy E. It'll be easy to be Measy, but it's easier just to be E. But E wants to be me, E-me-Leo. But Da Vinci's more like me. See, I paint your debt with my breath like MC Esh. I'm collecting debts like Carlini, Carlo Gambino. No gas in my bars, I have Beano. This Beaner has no amigos. He voted for Trump because he loves white people. So I'll serve you papers and smoke you. Now you're an illegal.
Joe's girl inboxed me and asked me to let him win. So I said, alright, honey, here's the game plan. Here's a Logigen, chapstick and margarine. Take my dick, massage it, and don't forget to spit on it before you hop in this monstrous gargantuous cock and split like a gymnast, and maybe then I'll let Carlini turn this loss to win. But boy, all your bars sucking. I know you thinking it's unfair. Not talking about the garters when I say your father's mad as son square. In this round, I'm gonna keep it straightforward with a narrow man. He going on his 40s rapping with young kids but claiming he ain't a Skinner. I think there's a narrow chance. He never wanted to face off with me. He saw the future and wore a mask because I could see through your narrow plans. If there was money on this battle, then I'd be taking De Niro's checks. Joe think he caught a body but really stepped in shit. Don't test my nigga. I'm fantastic for reasons. Multis, puzzle schemes, wordplay and flow. That's why Joe will get best, my nigga. You say I'm Mr. Fantastic line in our last round. That's cause it's a stretch, my nigga. I stooped myself to your level so we could face off in Mortal Kombat. I got your seat fired up, but I forgot. This been a fatality since the beginning, cause you ain't never been a street fighter. How you think you gon' win? I've had this W in my lockbox. Since I turned my back on you, you've been behind bars. I had them singing like a talk box. In case y'all don't know what that means, they use it in Cali Love's hook. California love. It's out of date like Joe has been ever since Pac dropped. This dick's so good, chicks keep on coming back, hitting all these holes like an NFL running back at the line of scrimmage, trying to find the end zone. I fucked the same bitch that put Joe in her friend zone. You care what everyone thinks about you. Newsflash, everybody thinks you ain't shit. I'll terminate your bars like a guy that never makes shit. They'll have to treat him like a fresh victim. Blanket in a rape kit. Joe say I try and steal his chicks. Now that's funny. Joe mad I fucked his new bitch and his last honey, and all I did was give him hard dick and $3 for gas money. If I'm rapping too tough, it's cause I'm hot-headed, fever gripping. Bury his whole family but put his wife the lowest. Like Peter Griffin on Peter Griffin. Leave him paraplegic feeling like his feet is missing. Have him look at his legs, wondering why his femur's missing. Like Katrina victims. Gun bars, and I came to bust. Till blisters start and burst on my fingers cut. Hit Carlini point blank. Bang! He's fucked. You see his soul flying. I keep shooting at him. Angel dust.
It's Spit Your Bars Trivia Night. The first question is, what do pyramid schemes, dirty old men, and cheerleading teams have in common? The answer is, they're the only place Emilio Sanchez is on top. Last round, you called me a middle-aged bum. Well, Emilio, you told me once you never knew who your real father was. That's because before middle age, I impregnated your mom and created you, my son. You said you got a gun named Moses. Well, I pre-rebutted that in the first. You said I like to reach? Well, that's why I'm over your head, above the earth. I'm an intergalactic black hole. I threw my son in the dirt. I pre-rebutted your bar, calling me gas in the first. I said I had Beano, so your attack didn't work. You once said I wore a face mask because I was famous, but because I didn't loan you money, you now call me nameless. You're more of a hypocrite than the TV show Shameless. Only time he got an A in school was in P.E. up his anus. You might want to know why I kept mentioning the number 4 in my first feature. Well, because Emilio had 3 kids with Cheryl, but she had 4 before he first meets her. She catch so many balls out of bounds, he met a 4-string receiver. That's sloppy seconds times 2. She has 7 kids, but only 3 are with you. Got him singing, I'm half the man I used to be, in a cardboard box I choose to be. Emilio thinks I'm Pat Stay, Eminem, or Kid Rock, so he thought I'd loan him money when he was begging in my inbox. I told him to say no to drugs and get lost before I call social services and make sure his kid's lost. You got no money because you're raising 4 kids that ain't even yours. You got 3 real kids you can't even afford. Your life needs to be fixed or repaired daily. That's a Ford. I'm Clint Eastwood in a fistful of dollars. I call my gun the Thunder Maker. Before I shoot him and his 2 friends, I order coffins from his undertaker. Fuck your savior. You're my son on paper. I'm Pacino and Devil's Advocate. I'm the one who funds your failure. Think Point Break, you're Swayze in a foot chase versus me. I'm the earth. When my bullets fly, the sky will burst. I call my 9 the church. Matthew 2:16. I'm the reason your firstborn died at birth. This 45 bring us campaign like negative ads. Your free album, if you send it to my house, I'm taking it back. Before you're deported, I'm taking that cash. If Donald Trump grabs your wife by the pussy, I'm taking that ass.